Alright, I know there's gonna be some questions from her as soon as people around Blair Taylor start talking. Yes, it's raining today. It also snowed last night here. I know she'll ask me, okay, Levon, why did Kevin ask me to marry him? And I'll say this simply. He has been peer pressured by family to marrying you since 2016. And I think he's been peer pressured so much he just caved in and did it without thinking. And then her next question would probably be, oh, why did he give me a promise ring then? And I'll say, our mom peer pressured him in 2015 around Christmas to giving you for Valentine's Day a promise ring because she thought you're wanting the same as what I wanted from Arnie. A ring. So he, again, caved in. And I will say this. My brother got peer pressured by his coworkers to add Ashley Furniture. Our cousins Joey and Matt and our Uncle Douglas into drinking beer and going out partying and getting drunk. He caved in eventually. He never used to like anyone that would go out partying and getting drunk. I'll tell you that right now. He never liked it, anyone that was popular type. He bitched about them. And someone like Shamula, he would have told them where to get off at years ago. So, but yeah. And I know what her next question would be. She would go say, why did Kevin stay with me all these years if you're saying that he's been telling his drinking buddies that he wants to dump me, and why is he telling you he wants to dump me? And here's what I say. I think he really does wants to dump you, but he's too afraid that if he, for example, asks that waitress he has a crush on to go out with him, that she'll say no. Or that, she has a boyfriend already or a husband already. Yeah. Or if he asks another girl out, they'll say no to him and he won't be able to find anyone else. I think he wants someone in his life, but right now he doesn't know who he wants in his life. And that's where I'm kind of saying he ain't ready to get married to anyone, let alone to be engaged. And that's why I always would recommend, taking premarital counseling before you get married and thinking things over. And that's where I said Kevin's marriage would end in a divorce because, like I said, Shamula's going to find out. And another thing I know she would ask too is, why is he saying that I love you to me and all that when I'm there? And I said, he's trying to make our family and your family happy with him. But then he tells his real feelings, I think, to his drinking buddies. And that's saying how much he hates you. Because, like, I would love to say to Shayna, do you know that my brother calls you a pig and a hog and a bitch? And he calls you basically an a-hole. Yeah. He calls you names when you're not around. I would love to tell her that, but I can't. I don't like her because of what Kevin told me about her. And I know, like, with her, she would ask, why do you not want to be friends with me ever? And I'll say this. A, you're beating my brother up. You're abusing him. You're You have brainwashed him and you're controlling him. He does not want that. And he has told me that back in November 2015 while Mom was upstairs and Dad was at work. He came home one night around 10:30 at night and he was telling me this, and he said, I want to dump Shamula. I want to end it. She's too controlling, too bossy. I hate her. I don't like her. Her family's crazy. I want nothing to do with them, he said. I don't know how to break up with her. I want you to help me break up with her. And you know how that turned on me? He wound up not wanting to talk to me anymore. She flipped out. Oh, yeah. And there's times where even she's been trying to get my brother to turn on her own parents because she'll flip out. And then all of a sudden, as soon as they see her flipping out, they'll sit there apologizing to her when they did nothing wrong to her. She acts like a little 2-year-old around our family. She crosses her eyes. She sticks her tongue out. She acts stuck up. She acts like she doesn't want to be around any of us, really, in the family. And she acts like she hates our parents, actually, and hates our family. And I hope people understand this, or I want to say, and then I know this is a question she would ask. Why is Kevin talking about Jaimes' girlfriend and this waitress and comparing them to me? I hate to say this to him. Jaimes' girlfriend been flirting with him way before he ever went out partying and drinking and getting drunk. Before he ever touched beer, and I guess she continued to do till this very day. Flirting with him at work at Ashley Furniture, on the party scene, and I guess on Facebook, and texting him. But somehow he said she gotten a hold of his phone number. He never gave it to her. And he said somehow she found him on Facebook, Jaimes' girlfriend did, and started messaging him. And with the waitress, I know nothing about, but he talks like he has a crush on her. So when he talks about this waitress, he starts blushing, literally, when he tells his drinking buddy about this waitress. And I'm like, holy shit. You can tell Kevin has a crush on this waitress. But then he turns pale when the drinking buddy wants to turn it towards about talking about Shamula. So you could tell he doesn't like Shamula. Like I said, I think the drinking buddy knows more than what I know about this waitress. All I know is from hints and that this waitress is older than Shamula and skinnier. I don't know her skin color, eye color. I don't know her hair color. I don't know how tall she is. And all that. I know nothing about what she looks like, And I think his drinking buddy probably knows everything. Because even Kevin don't say the name of this waitress either, so I have the feeling his drinking buddy that he talks to on the phone a lot around 10:30 at night and complaining to about Shamula to. He says he wants nothing to do with her family and that. And I know the final question she'll say is, why are you going to disown me? And I said, I'll say this, I want nothing to do with you. I don't want you being the aunt to my kids. Quite frankly, I ain't going to go to your wedding. So, you will have hardly anyone at your wedding. The only wedding I would go to for my brother is if he marries, for example, that waitress that works at Denny's. Over you. And I think when she hears it, she'll say, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to break up with Kevin. we're no longer going to be engaged. I've had it. I'm sick of this crap. Is what she's going to say. And she's going to throw a fit, and she's going to say, I'll go find some other guy that'll treat me better and so will his family. I'm done with this. And when other things, she'll ask, why do you think your parents think I'm just using your brother? And I'll say this, A, you never let him go home. He's been saying he wants to go home and sleep in his own bed at my parents' house. He said that. And 2, you've been pushing him into getting a house. When you got in that house, and then there was times where I guess Kevin said that Shamula flipped out at him when she couldn't even get a car loan and blaming him for the problems. And then there was times where they couldn't get a house loan, so someone had a co-sign on this, all because of him. She'd flip out, literally, and pointing the finger at him. So, yeah, and then there was times where I think, like with my brother, like I said, and she'd be yelling at him, he'd come home scared shitless and pale, and he would be all of a sudden, he would admit that Jaime's girlfriend was texting him, flirting with him, offering him a place to stay instead of coming over to Shamula's house. Yeah, because he said that Jaime's girlfriend been helping him, not Shamula. And I don't know why, because it's like, I don't think Jaime's girlfriend's going to be loyal to any guy, really. And it wouldn't surprise me if Shamula calls calls Jaime's girlfriend a slut and a boyfriend stealer and a whore. But she's going to call probably them same wordings about that waitress at Denny's. It would not surprise me any.